Hello and welcome back to the Cave of Creation. In this session we're going to continue the work on the lair of Dagg, which is done in Dungeon Alchemist and is for the Dam challenge. For more details, if you go back to the last video, there's all sorts there. As always, if you like this kind of content, please help the channel expand. Hit the subscribe button. Most people that watch this haven't subscribed. Please, if you want to see more, do so. Hit the bell. That way you'll find out when I put more stuff out. And you'll know when I start doing these things live, which I'm just waiting for a large enough user base for there to be any real point. Then, equally, we have Instagram, we have Facebook, we have a Discord server. So please come along to those. Comment and let me know what you think. Your comments not only help me make better content for you, but they also help boost the channel. So hopefully I'll hear from you in the comments, hear from you on Discord. But that aside, let's get down onto the table and let's get working on this map. So we created this basic map last time and left it nice and light for the lair of the ever evil and tortuous Daggnabit. The other video is actually just currently rendering on YouTube. So shortly after I finish this, that should be going live. That and make that go away. Right. So we have the lair. When you first wake up, though, you're going to want a snack. So let's come back over to Draw Rooms, Dungeon. And let's create a little dungeon area and see how that comes out. So what you can see is what it did there was it realized I was going around rocks and it changed it from being a fixed room to an organic room, which means you don't get walls. So let's make that go away. And take you to regular. Then what it will do is punch holes in the walls. Now this is a fairly pleasant dungeon from the look of it. Just remove that to over there, and again, tweak the door. From here, go into search and see what cage can give me that might be more interesting. Of course, we have fun things like Iron Maidens. So actually what I might do, take that. Collisions off. I'm not going to move it up or down, but I am going to move it closer into the wall so I can get it as close as I can. There we go. Again, we can open the door if we want to. Now, a lot of these cages are bird cages. I'm not that nice. and I don't think a gingerbread cage is appropriate, and I'm an animal lover. He's not going to be feasting on animals. But there's some interesting cages here. If I turn collisions off, these are actually designed to go on the back of a vehicle. I'm going to take that one away. Or am I? Ooh. I'm down there. There we go. Now, something hugely important. The Mac Hammer. Mac is the community manager for Dungeon Alchemist. Now I'll put it in there. Grab it and build it somewhere. And he had this wonderful item created. Well, he didn't have. They were nice enough, and he was super excited about the idea that they created his own item, the Mac Hammer, so that he can control everybody inside. So the Mac Hammer can be on the floor. See what else we can have in the way of bones that might fit in there, because right, the bones. Hip bone. Not currently connected to a thigh bone. Oh. And skeletal left arm. It's not quite let me do what I want, but it can be there just gently touching his hammer. Right, let's close that off. Utility. Dungeon. What else can we put in there? Mask of Shame. I haven't seen that one before. Rusty ball and chain. And take that out because it doesn't really fit. No, that's too big. Let's delete that. There we go, he has his own little playground. Then just grab that. There. Because who's needing to provide that much light for? Go with burning brazier. Because, yeah, gotta have some heat. Who wants cold food? And what I didn't do enough of, save. Right. Now, back to terrain, raise terrain, mini brush size, maximum brush strength. Bring this in nice and tight. Peel that off. Not a little need for that little hole. So what I'm going to be doing as I go through this is building the cave round whatever rooms I put in. Or with other rooms I will punch them out. So there'll be the irregularity of a cave, which will add some interest while having the structural solidity of having actual built rooms in place. Oh, I've got some more stones there I need to delete. So there we go. Delete that before it annoys me too much. I'm easily annoyed. So that seals that off. Now I'm going to go back to cave, carve cave, really small, and make sure that there's a nice clear entryway there. Now what I really want, something that will go a bit tighter than I've got here, but with a bit of TLC. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to completely seal off that door. Insane, I hear you say. Probably. Back to carve cave, and then I'm just going to carve what can hopefully then be far sharper exit, because that's what I'm after. Something closer to that, not quite enough that way. That's better. Just to tidy these up a bit. There we go. Move that. And that. Then that to there. And turn it round. So it's getting a bit more interesting. We have the small breakfast chamber. But I'm going to come and look at floors, I think, because... Ooh. I'm going to come back and look at those again in a minute. Artificial. And I'm going to make it grated iron. Now, those are only going to work if I've got a proper floor in place. I thought I'd... Oh, could that be on the floor? Not starting the scales. Yes, it does. Excellent. I think that's the direction it goes in. And around we go, and where we die is there. Where we die, I say. I'm not going to die in this thing. So we have a Halloween trap. What I can do, what I may do, what I probably will do, is change the river to a river of blood. And I did say I was going to carve out this bit, so while I remember, carve lower terrain, and I want a slightly larger brush this time. Do. I'll do that up in a minute. Go. Didn't want to do that, so go back to raise terrain and just tidy that up. Objects, because I've got some of these in really weird places. Now we have the Evil Lair of Lord Daggnabit. But we have more space. Because, of course, you need far more than that if you're going to be a true evil overlord. I don't think he needs specifically a graveyard. He's undead, not dead. Armory. And troops. So, back to terrain. Because what I'm actually going to do is just carve out what I want. So let's create a bit more of a solid space here. I'm also probably going to do some extra bits that come off later, going further down, but because any evil lair needs troops. So, no. Special, what does that give me? Ice Palace. Tempting. Abandoned Ruins. Oh. What's that going to give me? Right, well, that obviously needs some work, because door's on the wrong side. So let's grab that and drag that over that way. I'm going to keep the windows at the front, but needless to say, I don't want anywhere else. And I will probably just put some kind of archway there in a moment. But prior to that, let's fix this. Back to small. Make sure that this is all getting nicely re-picked back up, because it cut it down more than I wanted it to. No good evil. I haven't really decided what kind of evil he is, only that he's got an evil lair. Evil Lord will do for the moment. We'll want to hear the chittering of spiders. So here we go. Now, at the moment, this is all fairly plain and mundane, so I'm going to need to come up with some really cool ideas to bolster it up. But it never hurts to get the basics and the fundamentals in. Having had the idea for spiders, I may just go a bit spider mad shortly. Let's just fill all of that in, and then I will carve it back out again. Increase the size of that, and let's seal that down. Here we go. See, that does that quite nicely. I'll do that with a bigger brush next time. I thought it may not work as well. Actually, it works amazingly. Let's pull that back up. Carve cave. Typically stick a big rock in there at the end. Oh, it's looking more than one. The door's not quite accessible, so let's go back. Carve cave. And take that all the way down. I didn't want that rock. And let's take that a bit that way, because I do want all of those windows. There we go. And then these I'm going to keep and just drag off to the side. Add a bit of interest. Now, I'm not going to put much in the way in there of ordinary lighting. But I do want more spiders. So, objects, paint. Maybe they're natural. Cobwebs. That's a bit more like it. icicle stuff. No, that effect wasn't in here. That effect was in something else. Bones. Let's add a few more bones. Brush size, because I want to go a bit haywire up the sides here. I'm going to have to go and deal with that one on top, but that's not an uncommon problem when you're scattering in lots of cobwebs. So let's drop down to there. Go back into the ordinary objects section so it's easier. Don't want you, don't want you, don't want you. Anything else in there I am happy with. Light. Let there be light. One thing we haven't looked at are these, which are abstracts, which I might use later on. What an abstract does is it enables you to put images of your own choice around the outside of it. You have to use specific templates, and you can find a whole load of wonderful things for those templates on the Discord for Dungeon Alchemist, or you can download them from the website and create your own. But that's not what I was about to work on here. I was looking at lights. Lanterns. I don't want actual standard lanterns. Do they have what I want? Frost lantern is probably as close as they have to what I want. And then duplicate it. So I've only got 2 or 3 scattered around. Now, effect. Don't want fires, I don't want electronic arts. I probably want a black smoke. Change the brush size, because it adds a bit of gloom into the space. And we want a bit of gloom. Tone down some of these really over bright sections with this. And then as I'm here, I'm going to put light areas. Oh, that's a bit more than I was hoping for. Okay, if it's that big, it can go away. I'll use that later, but I did want some cold fog, larger scale, less dense. Smaller brush. Now this looks a bit more brutal now than it will do at the end. Steam do. A bit of steam in there as well. I'm going to quickly spin to colour. I'm going to use steam. I'm not going to use the fog because I'm deliberately having it so dark. The fog won't be visible. That might work here, actually. That might work quite nicely. It's always putting it over that side, I don't know. If you look closely at these, you'll see various skulls and things in the fog. I'm actually switch my brush size, and I hope that that gives me a bit more control as to where I'm placing some of this stuff. Because I'm not that big a fan of it not going quite where I expect it to. And down here, I'm kind of going to go a bit more nuts, quite consciously, and have and thin it out a bit down. This way. Didn't I? I'm not quite certain what's going on there, because it's not actually operating in the areas that I'm telling it to. That wasn't what I wanted. I wanted necrotic fog. A bit better. So, steam. Just going to switch it to... Ooh, great light. That's better. Back to effects. Basically, all we're doing here is adding some visual interest to it all. This slowly saving me a bit of time there. More like it. If it's warm, there'll be steam coming off the blood. Okay. Makes all of that a bit more interesting. Especially if we go back into lighting and drop it all the way down. Anyway, a bit light because that's really hard to work with. And save. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to have this as his kind of personal entrance. And you've got his own quarters here. And then on this side you'll have more of his guards and the formal entrance where his guards drag his victims. I think I'm going to have to be really, really nice to Dag because I'm making him seem like a really, really, really bad person right now. Though he was very keen on the idea of having an evil lair named after him. I just want to put that out there. Castle. Barracks. So this wants to be a good size. Wouldn't you love having your barracks so close to the spiders? Wouldn't you love having a barracks that size with so few beds in it? That bit bigger than I want anyway, so let's take it back to there. And that's more like it. Objects. Come that way and go sit against there for the moment. Now these are his elite guards. It's going to be relatively nice for them. But back to what we were doing. Terrain. Raise terrain. Brush size and maximum strength. And go. I have to be careful here if I'm doing it this large and this powerful because I don't want to do too much that's crazy around the outside edges. Yeah, I want to be crazy enough around the outside edges that I really seal everything in. Right, back to objects. Delete that. Carve cave. So what you get to see here is basically a bit of both worlds. I'm creating the default using the AI that's built in to Dungeon Alchemist, which is the fundamentals of what Dungeon Alchemist is about. But then I'm taking full advantage of the ability to customize everything. Carve cave, go away, come out a bit on either side so it looks a bit more. So though it will create everything for you, and I could have just started with a blank template and done this all myself. You do need to sometimes check that you're not jumping things up too high. Try something. Lift. Ooh, I hadn't noticed that before. You can lift the glowing mushrooms and the stalks come. That's nice. We like that. We like that a lot. So, of course, if we've got guards, we've got a couple more things. So we've got pets. We've got guards. We've got breakfast. Bedtime. So now I need to kind of punch out back here. The fact that I've got a separation of dark and light there is actually a real pain. Because it keeps confusing me. I'm easily confused. Is a day room, an armory, and a treasury. Treasury's not going to be as great as it could be because the treasury has not yet come out for Dungeon Alchemist. That's the next edition. Watch out for that one. No, that isn't a paid promotion. I should be so lucky. Mac, if you're willing to pay me for the 3 people that will actually see this, I'm more than willing to take your money. That said, actually, what I'm trying to do more and more often is put money into and find ways to support the guys because they are creating an amazing product. That's a bit... No, that's too fancy. Ooh, almost coming up to time on the end of this. The gate can finish. Ooh, mausoleum door. Yeah, that can go into the guard room. Gonna make them feel really comfortable, isn't it? I'll do this up a bit. Go away, go away. That doesn't need tidying. That's spikes left from bad carving. So back, carve cave. I'll keep the mushrooms. Object. Delete. Again, it's just little details like that help liven the place up. There'll be more of those coming as we go. So, we are winning. I'm trying to keep each of these down to an hour, so there's probably another 10 minutes for you in this one. See what we can get done in that period of time. And just in case anyone's wondering, that was my sneaky way of letting my wife know how much longer I will be. Of course, it's not that sneaky once I've told you all that's what I was doing. Maybe I needed to reconsider my concepts of sneaky and sneakiness. This is just me tidying up the terrain. And having my rocks more rocky. It's a bit better, isn't it? Right, back to carving. I'm gonna just ease off the edge of that because that was looking a bit harsh. And rooms, castle, treasury. The treasury is actually going to be slightly nasty. I'm going to put the treasury over here. And pity any poor adventurers that are trying to get to it. And change my door. Treasury door. Ooh, get that. One of the really annoying things about this is you don't always have quite as much control as you would like. So sometimes something there. I'll work out what's going on there. I've got a bit of wall or something. Okay, give me a door. Go to objects. Wall. Stone. What kind of walls are these? One thing that'd be really useful in here. That's is actually a more easy way of selecting experiment at the moment. No, so walls aren't dealing with that. And objects aren't letting me select it. I'm going to try deleting that wall. Minus. Okay, so that's not going to help. It says there was a pillar of some kind that it won't let me select. Erase objects. Got you. Seek and ye shall find. What you'll find is questionable. Let's move that over to there. And that looks like a window, which there ain't any point in having because the whole thing is underground. And close the door. Back to terrain and raise terrain. I'm going to go for quite as big a brush on this one because I created a bit of a mess on the last one. So that'll be a bit more of a challenge here because the areas I'm working don't have anything on the other side for me to mess up, basically. about to start kind of humming to myself as I did this, then realised that when I edit this, I'm going to put music in the background, so that would sound really, really, really bizarre. Of course, that's not that my singing or humming isn't likely to sound bizarre, because it is not good for most people's eardrums. Now. So this little section of the complex is starting to come together now. We've got the spiders protecting the treasury. We've got his section. You've got the elite guards. We'll have some kind of little armory up in this area and some kind of living space for those guards. It's only a little section, but then we can continue and kind of open it out and add little other stories and sections to what else is living close to the lair of the evil dark overlord, Daggnabit. Oh, something like that. Dag. So, I hope you have enjoyed this so far. This is only number 2. There will be far more to come. So if you want to see them, click subscribe, click the bell, and it'll let you know. A like is always nice if you've liked the content, and comments about what you think. Ideas on what I can do with the lair. I would really, really like some ideas for what I can do with the lair and how I can improve this. And Mac, I hope that's not cheating. And then a week on Saturday, check out Twitch for the damn stream and come and see what happens. There's also one other big thing on the damn streams, which is for every 50 people that join. So when you've got 50 people on, when you've got 100 people on, there's a giveaway, and there's a free copy of Dungeon Alchemist given to somebody who's there within the chat at that point in time. So come along, join in, and you could get a free copy. If you've got a copy, give it to your friends. That said, come talk to us on, I was going to say Patreon. I don't do Patreon. Everything will always be free. Come see us on Discord, Instagram, Facebook. When I complete this map, it will go up and it will be available for free if you've got Dungeon Alchemist on Steam Workshop. And I will also probably create a version of it that I will put out on Pay What You Like through RPG, but that one will just be the maps and probably a Foundry variant. So for now, that's it. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.